Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this series of videos, we are working on several labs for Microsoft Azure Fundamentals exam, which is AZ900. We've already completed 16 previous videos for all 16 other labs. In this lab, we're going to implement the resource tagging, which is lab 17. And so let's get started. So the way you implement resource tagging, so you have to create a policy and you have to define the scope, and we're going to use the require a tag on resources definition to implement this policy. So we have already worked on policy in the previous video, so you should be pretty aware of how to do that. So let's go to our portal and let's look at the policy. So I'm logged into my account. So I don't need this cloud shell. Let's get out of here for now. So go to policy, and here's a policy overview blade. From authoring, I want to go to definitions first, and well, let's go to assignments because we're not changing anything. And click on assign policy. Let's go to assignments and assign policy, and here first we need to define the scope. Do we want to scope this for the whole subscription? If you want, you can go down to a particular resource group level if you like. Let's see what the lab is asking us to do. Click assignments, assign policy. Notice the scope for the policy will be your subscription wide, so we're fine. Select the policy ellipsis button and search policy by tag and click on require tag on resource. So what they're saying, if you want some exclusion you can add it, but we are not doing any exclusion here. So here the policy definition ellipsis, you click on it, and they're saying search by tag. So if you search by tag, require a tag and its value on resources. I think that's what they want. Require a tag on resources, require a tag and its value. I think that's the one. They have changed the language just a little, so we're gonna select that one and say select. Add a tag to resource group. That's a different policy that they have chosen than require tag on resources. Anyway, so we have selected that one, and in the parameters type company, tag name, and then create. Actually, let's take a look at one more time. Look for tag. Maybe there is another policy where I have just the tag. Add a tag to resource, add or replace tag, add a tag to resource group. I think this one they have chosen, so let's stick to the one they have used. So once you have this, you are going to go to the parameters, okay, let's make sure require a tag on resource, require a tag on resource group. So tag, so require a tag on a resource, require tag on a resource. This is the policy. So yeah, pay some attention. Some of the policies, they are very similar, the description wise. Now we got the policy that they wanted, so it's good. And what we want, we just want to make sure that when they're creating the policy, company has to be a tag that they have to assign for anytime they're creating a resource. Okay, once that's done, you can just say review and create. Actually, basically come over here and you want to make sure the policy is enabled. Okay, now just say review and create. So on the required tag resource, policy assignment is now in place. When a resource is created, it must include a tag. So since we have just enabled this policy, now if you try to create a new resource, if you don't have this tag for that resource, you will not be deploy that resource. Now here, this is the next phase. So once we have the policy in place, let's try to create a resource, and they're saying just try to create a storage account. So let's try that. We'll go back to our Azure, look for our storage accounts. We're gonna create a new storage account, and I'm going to create a new resource group to deploy this account, and we're going to try to create a storage account name that is globally unique, and I'll do review and create. I don't need anything else. They're saying just let's choose this US, doesn't matter. Since I have not added any tags, right here it says the validation failed. So click what is the resource account was disallowed by policy, code request disallowed by policy. What policy stopped you from deployment is require a tag on resources. So here we have gone through all of that. You close the error and click previous button and add the tag. So if you still want to deploy, what you want to do, you want to close, go back to tag, and company is the tag that you have to have, say test. That tag has to be there. Now if I do review and create, now this time it says the validation is successful. And if I now click on create, it will actually gonna go ahead and create the storage account for us, and that is what is going on. Okay, so view all resources with a specific tag. Okay, in the Azure portal, all services, search for and select tags. So let's get that deployment done, and once it's done, the deployment is done now. So now, just like any other resource, tag is also a resource. So you can search for the tags and get to the tags, and it's gonna give you all the tags that we have available right now. Now you see company test is the tag is now available. I have some other tag. If I click on this tag, it's gonna show me all the resources where I have a company tag available to us. So as I said, it's a key pair value, and when you click on it, it's gonna give you all the resources where you have a tag company. Now you can add filter for the company if you like over here you can add filter, and now say you have many other companies, so here, and say test 1, test 2, test 3, Microsoft, Google, whatever companies you have. Now you can search and say I'm only interested in the test company. So what's going to happen, this will return only all the resources where you have a particular tag in place. Okay, so that's how you can use tag to group and filter out your individual resources. Now delete the policy assignment. So that's pretty easy. So let's go back to home, go to just policy, and we have 2 assignments already here, it's saying, and it's saying there are not started. So click on this one. This is the policy that's in place, and all we need to do is delete this assignment, and that's about it. So that's the end of this lab. We'll just delete the resource groups that I have created for this lab purpose just in a little bit. So just understand, we already talked about policy in a couple of videos back. It's a great feature to apply governance in your cloud environment. There are hundreds of policies that you can use to your own benefit. So be comfortable with the policies and see how you can use them to secure your environment, to identify issues, to audit deployments and all kinds of stuff. If you're preparing for the exam, good luck. Please subscribe, give me a like if you enjoyed the video, and leave your comments. Good luck with the exam.